All right, how about now? For some reason, if I don't touch my microphone, sometimes it doesn't come on. It's a pain in the ass. But I was gonna say I'm not muted. The mute button's not on. I'm all good though now, right? Not anymore. I shouldn't be muted anymore. Shouldn't be. I'm waiting for the chat to catch up. Hopefully, I start seeing some comments or whatever saying, "Hey, you're not muted. Not muted. Yay!" All right. You can hear me, right? Right? You good? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. For some reason, I gotta hit my microphone. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyways, as I was saying though, before I realized I was muted, sorry I'm late, but I decided at the last minute I want to do this drink. I came across this. I was watching one of my other favorite YouTube channels, Mike MGTV. He's a bartender like slash reality star, and he was doing these reaction videos to some TikTok drinks. But like the video or the one TikTok drink he was reacting to, there were no ingredients listed. So I'm like, but it looks so good. So I just Googled what I could see was in it and see what they would give me. And it gave me a few different options, but I settled on this one and because this one looked really good. And I love creamsicles. I really do. But there's, I don't know, they're hard to make kind of. I mean, they're not hard to make. You can make one that's, suitable, but a really good one is hard to make because for cream, you really need the cream, and for the orange, you really need the orange, and the two don't really mesh well. So, I don't know why, like, it just never dawned on me to use egg whites. Well, thanks to my Google search, it's now dawned on me. So, this is what I'm making today. Real quick. I haven't done a drink in a while. So, to start, your shaker glass, your ice. I want to hurry up and do the drink because my ice is starting to melt. Okay, and the ingredients call for like 1.5 ounces of vodka. Because I really like vanilla, I'm using a vanilla vodka. It's actually Pinnacle whipped, and I didn't really. The liquor store was. Oh wait, I got called into work today. The liquor store was closed by the time I got out of work, so I just bought a couple of ounces from the bar. So I have to pour this in and not spill it. Okay, so it's about 1.5 ounces there. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more. There, that's good. Okay. So, let me put the top back on this. Because there's enough in there for another drink. Yay! Okay, then it's 1.5 ounces of orange juice. Okay, and I got, oops, Jesus Christ. I gotta look at the ingredient list again because I forgot how much vanilla goes in there. 1/4 teaspoon. I knew it wasn't much. What did I grab? Did I grab the quarter one? Did I? I grabbed the half one. Damn it. I don't think I have the quarter one anymore. So I have to try and split this in half with the teaspoon. That's good. Okay. Oh, maybe one more drop. There, that's perfect. Okay, so, and then the egg white. And, okay, no, I didn't bring it. All right. So, I have this splitter here for egg whites. You just dump the egg white in, the yolk is supposed to stay in it while the egg white goes around it. I don't know. Let's see if it works. Get a little cool balancy thing there so we can put it right on something. See? I'm not much of a baker, cooker, or whatever, so these things amaze me. I don't want to make a mess. Ah! Holy shit, I think it worked. Kind of. Well, I'm still waiting for it to work, I guess. Now, the purpose of the egg yolk, I know, is because it'll make the drink creamy and frothy because you're going to shake the shit out of it. See? There. Okay. And dump this in the glass. There. And then put it right in there. Hold on to. Okay. I should have grabbed some paper towels. I didn't. Okay. I'm going to mute while I shake because it says to shake for 1 to 2 minutes. And I know that you need to shake for a little bit to get a good froth going because that's the whole point of using the egg white is to get it frothy. Okay. So I'm going to mute while I do this so I don't make you guys go deaf, especially you guys wearing the earbuds. So. Okay, that's pretty frothy. Smells good. So now I'm going to strain it. Oh, I can't really see that. Oh, and for the rim of the glass, I shaved some of the orange rind, and I added some sugar, and then used orange juice to like soak the rims of the glass in, and then dip the glass in to get them to stick. There, so there's that so far. Oh yeah, that did come out good and frothy. All right. And you have a garnish. For the garnish, I took orange slice, I put sugar on top of it, and then I torched it for a couple minutes with I don't know. It's like a torch lighter. I don't know. We jokingly call them crack lighters, but you know, it's not why we use them. So see, and then just float that right on top, and voila. Okay, let's see how it tastes. Oh my god, it's just good. Not quite as sweet as I like. I would like it a little bit sweeter, but that's just me. Oh wait, no, it's right. I'm supposed to add some sparkling water to it too, but I don't know. That's not going to make it any better, I don't think. You don't want to shake it though with the sparkling water because it's carbonated, you know, but oh, it is a little better with sparkling water. Okay. Awesome. So that drink came out freaking awesome. Oh my god, I'm so happy. This is not something you're going to want to drink a lot of. You're probably not likely to get drunk on this drink. It's kind of a dessert drink, I think. It's kind of filling too, I imagine. I only had 2 sips, but just looking at it, I can feel myself getting full looking at it. So, yeah. See? Creamsicle drink. Oh my god, it's so good. Okay. I'll type out the ingredients and everything in the description when I'm done. I wanted to do it before the stream started, but, you know, God forbid I actually schedule something, giving myself enough time to get everything I want to accomplish accomplished. Hey, Dan Hi Guy. Hey, Sally Godfrey. Hey, Dirty Uncle Sal. Greenworm79. What's up? Hey, Kathy Ann. Chronically B Queen B. All right. Do you have extensions in? Yeah, it's a ponytail extension. That's all. Yeah, my hair's not really that long. This is way too long though. I want to trim it, like maybe here or something. Would be good, but yeah, it's cool. Okay, no vanilla. So. All right, let me get to what I wanted to disgust. This is some amazing shit. It's gonna just give me a second here to pull it up on my screen because of course I don't have that ready. But it will only take a second. I don't have it. Oh, okay. Oh my god, it's so good. So, I was scrolling through Twitter, my Twitter feed. And I saw a post from someone. I'm apparently I can't remember who it was, but obviously someone. It must be someone I'm following. And it included a screenshot of a couple of comments from the WOACB subreddit. And I was like, what? I was like, I don't think I've seen this before. This is new? Oh, it's fucking new. Yeah. I was like, no way. I haven't read the whole thing. I only read part of it so far. So, let me pull it up. And there we are. Okay. So, let me go sharing. Presenting. Window capture. Is that it? Doesn't look like it. Oh, okay, it is it. So, here, let me adjust the viewing screen for y'all. Okay, so, why is this so big? There we go, that's better. Can you see it? Yeah, you guys can see it. All right. So this is a picture it's on the most recent post on the WOACB subreddit. And it's it's an image that the poster shared of her and like from 11 years ago, I think it said, or what was it? No, from 2011. So like 12 years ago, right? Yeah. There's Katie, that's her husband Todd. So this was like maybe before she had Von or something. So and it says, want to see a throwback 2011, me and my husband with Katie and Todd. So I go down to the comments. I'm like, what is this? Right? Like, what the fuck is this? Let me make sure you guys can see all the comments. No, you can't. Okay. All right, there. So someone asked, you giving us insight on how KJ thinks, acts, and whatever. Someone said sad deal. Or no, this is the OP. Sorry. OP says sad deal. I'm not going to read anybody else's comments really because, you know, for myself anyways, I'm just interested in what OP has to say. Can we get an AMA about KJ? Sure, they say. Katie's infected. Eyebrow oil. Oh, cute. Very cute people, except for gruesome. Thanks, old pick, but thank you. So someone here's got a lot of questions, and I don't really want to read all of that because I don't. OP says, okay, I don't know where her bitterness comes from. It's weird to me to see her act so callous and heartless. I thought I knew her well, but it explains her lack of close relationships. When we were friends, she was up for anything. We mostly all got together at each other's houses, you know, or at each other's houses, though, because dinner parties and cocktails were so much better. One of our last get-togethers was an ugly sweater party we did at her house. It was a blast. We spent a good couple years together consistently as couple friends, doing anything, really. They loved our kids. I think she had some grandiose plans for her family, and it shattered her. She would have not continued a pregnancy if she had known it was issues. She knew it could change her life. So I think at her core, it destroyed her. This isn't what she planned. Her plan was a couple of kids, maybe. She wanted a girl. She definitely thought V was a girl. She was a little upset when she found out. I think that is the problem. It's I don't really want to read it. It's this person saying that it's what Katie's gone through with her son or whatever that's caused her to, I don't know, be a bitch maybe. She should have taken her opportunities with her beautiful house she built in a community she wanted and got some support and made some friends. Instead, she alienated herself from everyone and made herself impossible to love. So someone else has questions. In my opinion only, I don't know that if she had a healthy child, she would be any better. I feel like any trauma she has had prior to V has turned off maternal feelings. I think there would have been other signs of things happening in an even healthy child. There's a couple of places throughout this where they say I'll have to answer later at work, or I'm at work, and I think the answers that you see right next to them are in fact her later answers. So sorry, I'm getting pinwheel. Sorry, it gives me a chance to sip. So it has some more questions, and OP says, I did see V in the NICU after he was born. He definitely had something wrong with him. Oh, someone had asked, do you think he was born healthy and then something happened after birth or whatever, which I never thought that. I'm pretty sure pituitary gland issues that he has happens in the womb, I'm pretty sure. He definitely had something wrong with him. Obviously, I didn't comb through his chart, but I had no doubt that kid was sick. I talked to her here and there while she was in the NICU. Katie was still honest and good for the most part. So I do not think that anything at that time was made up. As far as when he was a toddler, we didn't have a close enough relationship to really know how bad things were. I stayed friends with her on Facebook for a while throughout her church era, Pathos era, her It Works era, all that stuff. I wish I knew her now so I could gauge how well V is taken care of. She did have a lot of fear about his health back then, but I don't know what kind of parent she is now. So, and then they come back and say, oh, wait, she watches this Reddit like a hawk. I suspect you'll get a message from her soon. She didn't the last time I had an AMA. Oh, so it's the same person. Okay. There's an older AMA on here. I didn't even realize it was the same person. What is she going to do? Sue me because I had an experience with her? Huh? With Balls asks, how did you find the subreddit? OP says, I knew she was getting well known, so I remember Googling her name and just found it. I showed it to somebody else that we knew through the workplace. We were at a while ago, and he couldn't believe it, LOL. Was Katie crunchy when you met her? I saw you stated she didn't have any friends back then either. Do you know why? So OP says, she wasn't actually. She met me when I was in the throes of crunchyhood, home birth, wanting to be a midwife, anti-circ, etc. So she adopted some of that stuff, then went on to write against the very things I believed in at the time. They seemed to have a more even marriage when I was friends with them. Oh, so she morphed into you and then turned against you. Her MO throughout her life, probably. She morphed into Susanna, stole her, I escaped from a cult. Did you talk to her in her I love Jesus phase? OP says, we had a brief conversation about her experience with her new church. I gave lots of side eye, and she told me that she felt sad that I didn't know what I believed, even though for the longest time she was agnostic. Then after a while, she found out that the church wasn't going to work for her because they couldn't give her any resources for her kid. The church that she went to was a church that was literally so small, and I think it was a middle school, so there just wasn't anything that a church of that size could do for her and her kid. So, of course, then she was atheist again. Yeah, went from I love Jesus to God for the way Vaughn was born. Well, actually, while V was younger, that's when they got into the church. Did she and Todd seem to have a happy marriage when you knew her? Just wondering, since she's told everyone they... Okay, Jesus. They seem to, yes. They seem to genuinely like to hang out with each other. Talking about the picture. I do not believe she was pregnant here. It was a birthday celebration, I think, for me, maybe. She had no friends back then either, except for the one I mentioned in a different post. I was on the good receiving end, LOL. But at our mutual place of work, she had no friends or co-workers she was close with. Could see another friend burned by the relationship, even if I'm sorry you got burned. I worked with her and mentioned her at Pathio. Oh, that's Suzanne, duh. Okay. Okay. Reddit now has a source. Let the manic posting start. It's not like I can share super juicy information. LOL. So what if I might ask ended your friendship? OP says we drifted during her pregnancy. I was supposed to be her doula. An instance that specifically sort of started the rift was her saying her milk was coming in while pregnant. I told her that wasn't possible, but her colostrum could very well be leaking. That was the start. Then I wasn't her doula anymore because they wanted to be alone. I saw her once after she gave birth, and I believe it was when Vaughn was 1 or so. We just had nothing in common. Then she was writing on Pathos, started talking to the skeptical OB. What's wrong with this guy? Skeptical OB is awesome. Like, she's fucking awesome. What are you talking about? What's wrong with that? I had a home birth. After that, I just went no contact. She breastfed for so long because of his eating issues. She had figured that it was another form of nourishment that he would take. She was motherly for a little bit. What was that? I don't even know what that question was to. Or that answer. Hope he's answering. Someone says, I honestly don't know if she did or not, so I can't say. I literally did not talk to her much, especially when she started going to church. This church is actually a wonderful church in that community, and at the time we're doing church out of a middle school. She wanted to find a community for their family and felt wanted and accepted till they wouldn't give her enough or wouldn't give enough resources to them. The church isn't even new agey. I could give you the name if you like. All right, everyone already knows the name though. You're welcome. Definitely not a cult. I'm sure someone asked where she was once or twice if they missed a Sunday, but that's out of concern, not judgment. She basically threw herself into that church where she started going. Yeah. She went for about a year or two. I don't remember when Vaughn was born, but it was when he was a toddler. I don't want to just scroll past that. I don't doubt any of her stories, but I do think she has fabricated a lot of stories for clout. When she got a whiff of fame and money, it was all over for her. She never said anything about her parents being bad. In fact, her and her dad were pretty close. I never met them. It speaks volumes when she has no one close to her in her life, including her other ex-BFF. Who's the other ex-BFF? I don't want to share her name because I don't know that her name is out, but she had known her before me. Her husband passed away from a bad accident here in Minnesota. I know who that is. It is the same friend. It is terrible. She stoops to any level to make money off of it, and I'm sure the friend was horrified that she did that. Yet, when the friend's husband was killed in a tragic accident, yeah, Katie basically used it for content. I figured they weren't very close. I remember her saying before Vaughn that her life was completely... Wait, who's that? Oh, I figured they weren't very close. I remember her saying before Vaughn that her life was completely turned around and she couldn't imagine having a child like that. Her friend had a child with a major health problem. What else is on there? Okay. How do I go back? Oh, shit. Wait, show parent comments? Oh, damn it. Might have to start over again. View all comments. Okay, oh, here we go. All right. So OP says, oh wait, what was this? Who? She stated a few months ago she was flattered someone liked her. I can't remember who. Anyway, she replied, thanks, but I'm not into women. Now I've said this before. Anyone can change their minds. Okay. I think this person might be asking, is she into women or something? And not really. I remember us joking about being lesbo BFFs, but neither one of us actually felt like that. And I do not recall her saying she was ever attracted to women. She's probably grasping, as I'm sure her and Todd have zero relationship. Ooh, ouch. It must hurt. Oh, thank you. I did an AMA a while ago, but I deleted it. But I was going through pictures trying to find one of my grandma. She's dead, but it's her birthday, and found this instead. How would you feel about doing a YouTube channel interview? Not with me, but perhaps a channel for a Q&A. Sure, but I'm not sure I could give you as much insight as you're looking for. I knew her through our old work. She didn't have many friends. She was one of the few who worked from home. She seemed nice and we had a great friendship. Definitely changed when she got pregnant. She worked from home before she was pregnant? Okay, she was working at home long before V, so yes, you're correct. She eventually quit to take care of V. I thought she said she had quit her job to work from home. She was working at home long before V. Huh, interesting. You knew her personally. What was she like in a social setting? They were both really fun. We were BFFs for a hot minute. So, that's interesting. What do y'all think? Yep. Little Red's right. Kitty used it as a drunk driving PSA, and her friend was still making funeral arrangements and asked her not attend. In fact, I just found screenshots from that. Yep. Oh, shit. I mean, I had the screenshots. I was looking for other screenshots on my iPad, and I found that. Why am I getting this? Oh, it's because I did an update. Fucking updates. Fucking hate updates. It'll be before then. All right, it's gonna be right up around here. What's that? No. One second. Oh, here we go. Got him. And wait a minute. Okay. Nope, not that one. Now we got him. God damn it. Yep. Okay. Select. Okay. Airdropping him now. Why does it take so long to find my devices? There we go. It's weird. Okay. No, I don't want them both. There we go. All right, so this is one screenshot. Let me get it up here. And the other one. So around that time that Little Red had mentioned here, let me go back to chat here, look at it real quick. Katie used it as a drunk driving PSA, and her friend was still making funeral arrangements and asked her not to attend. Now, what she was doing, Katie was saying how she had to be there for her friend. Her friend was her rock. Her friend was there for every one of her son's surgeries. She's just so devastated for her friend. She doesn't know what to do, but her friend doesn't want her to go because her friend's worried that Katie was going to catch something and bring it back home to her son. See, because her friend is so protective of Katie's son. But she doesn't know what to do. So, she needed some good advice for like gift baskets to send to her friend and her friend's son, because her friend's son now was going to have to go through the rest of his life without a father. And just she went out. She made two live streams about how this was such a sad burden placed upon her because she had to be there for her friend. She just wanted to go over there and give her a hug and clean because her friend was like such a hugger. I'm not even exaggerating. I shit you not. These are like actual fucking things that came out of her mouth. Anyway, so she did her streams, and I'm guessing that somehow along the way, like this, what Katie was doing got back to her friend, and her friend got mad and said, "Don't fucking come. You just stay the fuck away," basically. And I say that because this is what was posted. Katie had posted this on her personal Facebook profile. At the time, it was only accessible by friends. Someone on her friends list screenshot it. Anyway, I gotta go here. Presenting. All right, so here's one. And it says, "I'll never be the kind of friend that has to mark my territory. I don't have pushed people out because I don't like them. I'm not a dog, and I don't pee on my friends. There's a reason I blocked these people years ago. One day, they will realize that what I said wasn't ill-intended or even mean. But when you are upset, it's easy to target the woman you've been dogging for a decade. I know you didn't want me there. I know you don't want me around. I know all of this. I truly hope that everyone realizes one day this wasn't a competition. It was about being there for a friend. Plus, reaching out to me, furious, capitalizing text to me, and talking to me like I am a child is exactly what you will always do." I really hope that this wasn't directly directed at the woman who just lost her husband, but I don't know, maybe it was. Also, there was this one. I am a human being that is entitled to my thoughts and my feelings. I also know when I'm being pushed out and pushed away. I know when people are watching me and monitoring me, judging me. I get it. You don't like me. But I'm not a bad person. I don't have bad intentions, and I only went off what I was told. I'm going back to regularly scheduled program where I have these people blocked like I did before. I'm almost 42 years old. I'm not going to be made to feel bad for literally being compassionate and doing my best to deal with a tough situation. It's simple. Stop stalking by social media and tell me what to post. I cannot win ever. I'm so done. Done. And you see, like the little right next to the 33-minute thing there, you see just like the wannabe, I don't know, I guess computer figure people. That means that her profile is set to friends only, or maybe friends of friends. But it's not set to public. What did the other one have on it? The other one had the same thing. Okay. So, all right. Yes, I'm still alive. Hi, Cajun Heart. I just started, like, not long ago, so you're good. When you talk in your Katie voice. Hey, Running Grey Wolf. Hey, the 33. Hey, Al Capone. Right. So, yeah, there's that. Um, oh, there's a funny video I wanted to play too. I want to use it for like a video montage thing, but I don't have anything in mind yet. So I'm gonna share it in case somebody else maybe has something. I don't know, but if you hear it, if you see it, you are welcome to it. No. Where did I save it at then? God damn it. No, it wouldn't be in there. It'd be on my phone, if anywhere. Maybe I didn't save it. Shit. I'll be able to pull it up, though. It's still in my watched history.
Love. Like, okay, love.
That's right. It didn't come out right. I'm going to have to pull it up. Okay. Right, okay. Saved. Nope. Oh, that's right. I gotta look at that too. Why is it that I have saved items? I started a new folder, but it's not fucking here. What the hell? This is, oh my god, it's pissing me off. I hate this. It's like Facebook doesn't want to share shit across devices anymore. Activity log. Videos you've watched. No, videos you liked. Man, what do they do to our activity log? It's all confusing now. Figures you can't even search your own fucking activity anymore on Facebook. Let's see. Likes and reactions. There we go. Okay. Oh, here we go. All right, I got it. Wait a second. What's it gonna show? That's weird. There we go. Right? Why is it? It's not pulling up. But that's not what I'm on. Oh, what happened here? What? Okay. Why can't Chrome pull up when you have it in full screen? I can't find it now. That's so weird. There we go. Okay, so what the fuck is this? Like, seriously, what do you think this is when you hear it? Like, I gotta know. I gotta fucking know. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, my MIDI's not on. Multi-output device. There we go. Okay. Now you guys will be able to hear it.
Cody has been calling Robin love. Like,
But for
okay,
some reason I
love.
can't.
All right, love. It's cool, love. And a lot of people have noticed that
Not gonna get back.
it's a term of endearment. Love it. That Cody has been calling Robin love.
Where's the? That's weird. All right, let me do that. Just put them out here. Come on. Oh, here we go. That should do it. There we go. All right. Okay, ready?
That Cody has been calling Robin love. Like, okay, love. All right, love. It's cool, love. And a lot of people have noticed that it's a term of endearment.
What was that?
Love it.
Like, what the fuck was that? I'm gonna let it play again.
Cody has been calling Robin love. Like, okay, love. All right, love. It's cool, love. And a lot of people have noticed that it's a term of endearment. Love it.
What was that? What the fuck was that? What was it? What was that? Did you guys hear it? Did anyone ever really think that Jonathan Lee Richards was a fucking reporter? So Looney got called out, can't show proof of something he claimed he could. Then he couldn't find anyone to back up his story, and now he's toddler tantruming all over the internet. Well, so it's a fucking Monday. Yeah, it's what he does. See, and the thing is it's hilarious though. It really is. I know what you're talking about though. What he's pissed off about not being able to prove. I don't even care about that. Like I give him the benefit of the doubt. Hell, I fully accept and believe him when he says he was in the military. I have at it. Don't really care. Don't care one way or the other. He has the proof today. Never saw a thing. I don't know what that means. right, so I didn't really have a whole lot planned for tonight. I planned on streaming earlier, and I was going to spend more time looking for stuff and everything, but then I got called into work. So, and I came home and just hurried up and got ready and came on because I didn't want to really start a live stream at 2 a.m. But I do have things that we can do. I mean, all right, let me do a poll here. Oh, wait, shoot, I think I have to go into YouTube to do the poll. Oh, that's right. It didn't go yet. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, wait, I want to look. Wait, show this. Oh, wait, shoot, it's not the right one. All right, never mind. What I mostly spent my day doing was going through, like an archived kind of place where there's a whole lot of older content and stuff of Katie's, like posted for prosperity, I guess, whatever. And I came across a lot of videos, but I don't know. There's so much there. I have to go through more of them. I could maybe go through some of them here now. I mean, it's nothing that I know. It's not. It's stuff I know that can be shown. It's not even like that. It's just I don't know if they're good, interesting, or what. I don't fucking know. So let me ask the chat here in a poll. Let me mute myself. Okay. What shall we do? Archive bits. Where is it? Oh, yeah, add option. All right, so there's your poll. Vote. And let's see what we shall do. So I put in there archive vids like I was just talking about with Katie, or see what's up with Uni since he seems to be throwing a fit, or see what's up with nonsense because I got a couple messages today, but I haven't looked into anything yet. So I'm going to let this go for, it's 12:49. I'll let it go for like 5 minutes, if that. 3 to 5 minutes. We'll see. So until then. What's going on here in chat? Oh, until then, there is one thing I can pull up. This one. Saw some interesting comments in a comment section. If they're still there. Oh, maybe it's not. Shit. Shit. Oh, okay, no, it is there. Okay, cool. So, after I received a couple messages earlier, I was looking to see where something had played out or something was said or whatever. And upon doing that, I discovered these comments. So I guess Nonsense did a video or a stream or whatever, like 12 hours ago, it says, called Let's Discuss It, a very raw and real Monday Madness. Anyway. So, this is it. But I, like I said, I was told something was said or whatever in comments, so I went looking for the comment section, or looking through the comment section, and I found a couple of interesting comments here. But from someone named Alice. Alice says here, how do you make yourself the victim after going so hard on this story? This martyr BS doesn't fool anyone. Oh, I didn't even see the replies yet. Okay, so this will be interesting. Who is the martyr? I see no one playing the martyr here. These are real conversations of people taking advantage and exploiting a veteran's suicide attempt. The fact that you are more upset with her talking about her struggles rather than the exploitation of someone struggling with mental health speaks volumes. Oh, look, a troll. Because everyone who disagrees with us is just a troll, right? Sit yourself down and learn something about humility and compassion, or run over to the super chicken cutlet snatch and play with them. Hello, Alice. Glad to see you are bothered today. You know, there's an X that allows you to exit off my channel. Okay, have a great day. Hopefully you'll get a hug or a smile and feel better about yourself soon. Girl, you are playing in the wrong sandbox. You better go on now. No one here has time for a troll. Well, it seems like you do if you're replying. Who wants to throw stories at the wrong house? Or stones at the wrong house? I don't have my glasses on. How do you make such a comment, yet you can't be bothered to make sure nothing is misspelled? Oh, it's the spelling that bugged you. Okay. Right? Okay, Molly. Thanks so much for watching. Only people like yourself can see a victim here or a martyr because all you do is project the tactics you would use yourself, which is all you have in hand. So go and mesh away somewhere. This here is about connection. The thing is, Alice, this isn't a story. This is real life. I suggest if you like story time, try Molly Golightly or Justin for All. They have a great fiction section for all you storyteller followers. Just don't forget to leave them a little tip. Wow. Then Alice said, so you decide to take your shit life out on others, bottom line. I like that, Alice. What the actual fuck is wrong with you? This is a woman who has gone through some real life hardships in her life. You know what? So is Letitia. Letitia is too. Letitia is going through one right fucking now with her kid in a fucking coma. But no, she doesn't count though, right? Why is it she doesn't count exactly? Why? She talks freely about it, but you come into her comments and make a comment like this. You are what's wrong in the world when it comes to mental health and issues. Alice, look into your looking glass and see what the ugly-hearted person, see that ugly-hearted person looking back at you. Wow. Okay. That's amazing. All right, let's check out chat. Fuck. I left the page. Okay. my God, I had that thing covering my face the whole time. So, I'm such an idiot. I am such an idiot. Hi. Fuck. All right, what do we got here? All right, so we have 47% What's Up with Nonsense, 33% Arcade Vids, and 19% What's Up with You. Yeah, I didn't think Uni was going to win there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Either one, I don't care if it's Nonsense or Katie, but thank you for not making it Uni. So, all right, let's go see What's Up with Nonsense. Ow. I know, did she ever tell me where that happened at? On her live stream today, she put you and me in the middle. Oh, so she talked some shit about me today. On her lives from today. Which lives? Sorry. I feel like I'm starting to get a cold. So, like, when was this? When did she send me this? What time? So 1:26. So it probably was the 12-hour one. So the fucking maybe.
We are going to go back. I was going to do it today, but I need to get this off my chest. I need to actually, like, just talk to you guys and be real for a minute. Well, I have been doing that for 8 months, but I had to take a break. As you guys know, like, I had to walk away, shut it off, and really evaluate what's going on. This has triggered the shit out of me.
Yeah, so sure.
In so many ways. Hey, Remy. Aw, thank you, guys. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a crimper. I think I've had this crimper since I was a child, like a teenager. It's a mess, but it's just because I slept with it wet, so it was like a mess.
So it looks like they did take a while on her. Oh, this is interesting. So about 33 minutes into it. I love that. Where's the money? Bitches, you were told and shown where the fucking money went. You were shown the receipt. Why are you still asking a question you already have the answer to? Like, what the fuck? First of all, you want to prove that there's more money than that given, then you need to prove that there's more money than that given, because you're going to have a real fucking hard time doing that. But by all means, go do it. Waste your time. But Letitia is not going to sit there and tell anyone that all these people here donated X, Y, and Z to her or whatever. She's not going to out people like that. You want people to be fucking doxxed for giving her money? Then they need to dox themselves. They need to put that information out there themselves. Ask them to tell you about that. It's not Letitia's job to fucking do that. It's not her responsibility. It's not her fucking burden, okay? It's your case that you're trying to prove here, because every time you try, you're shown something that shows and proves that you're fucking wrong. But you just can't fucking see that, right? You can't, because that's going to destroy this whole narrative that you have going. So you have to keep feeding into this whole illusion of some sort of scam that happened or occurred or whatever. Well, you know what? Then go feed into it yourself. Go fucking get the information. Go get this fucking proof that she was given 20, 30, 40. I mean, it keeps going up. I mean, pretty soon we're going to be at $1 million this woman received by your guys' fucking exponential growth here. So why don't you go find that proof yourself? You go and ask the people who donated to out themselves. And then will Letitia address it. Until then, it's you. It's all on you, boo. Hop to it. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done.
What I agree with, what my personal opinions are on this situation, what I feel.
Nobody gives a shit what your personal opinions are.
From the facts. That has been so difficult. For 8 months, I have sat here and attempted to just tell the truth and facts. Meanwhile,
Oh my God.
trying to shock up and put away all of my own trauma from shit that I've dealt with. Every bit of this has been fucking triggering.
You don't think it has been for everyone?
I have told you all very honestly, I don't.
I don't even know what she's about to say, but let me tell you something. This wasn't your family. Okay, this wasn't anyone you knew personally. Okay, so you're going to do a Katie thing here and make it about you or whatever. That's fine. Okay, by all means, go for it. You have every right to. You know, hell, sometimes maybe people need to do that. Whatever, not judging. But you're out of your fucking mind if you think the people you have gone after, attacked, and accused of doing things like crimes and lying and everything, scamming and everything else. You're out of your fucking mind if you don't think for a second that they have the same kind of shit in their past. Oh my God, I'm going to kick his ass. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry. I was ignoring a text and... Okay. I forgot where I was. Fuck it.
Agree with a lot of the way she moves, any of that. I came into this disagreeing with it. But I had to separate it. I had to separate my own personal shit from this situation. It has been fucking incredibly difficult. Because I have a lot of personal feelings about death, dignity in dying, assisted suicide, suicide in general. I don't play with this topic. My daughter, that you guys know, has dealt with suicidal ideation. She has what they call the suicide disease, which is trigeminal neuralgia, for 5 years. It's a conversation that happens in my household on a daily basis. So to hear ignorance from all ends of this about what a serious situation this is.
See, here's the thing though, fam. No one's talking about the fact that he attempted this. No one's criticizing that. No one's judging it. This isn't about that. I know it is about that because this is how we got here. But the problem that has been arisen, that has been discussed over and over and over and over again, still months later, is the subject of fundraising by the grieving family. It's not about any attempts or it's not about the actual act of anyone doing that or wanting to do that. It's the issue here has been whether or not this family is a bunch of criminals and a bunch of scam artists. That's what it's been the subject. So for someone who's taken this awfully personally because of what this entails, like she's saying, then why wasn't it like that for her all throughout this? Instead it was about calling out scammers. And this is something that she has done online for years, or she's fancied herself as doing online for years, whatever. So this was not in for her, is she gave no inclination of it whatsoever being about that. It's been all about her having the power and the ability to have someone labeled as a scammer and to shut them down. Right?
Is very hard for me to separate. Sorry, y'all, I'm not watching. I'm not reading the comments.
She had no problem separating it for months.
Nothing.
Months.
I am burnt out. I am burnt out from just trying to separate, like, okay, this is the facts, this is the truth, this is my personal opinion, that's none of our business, that's a matter that shouldn't even be on social media. And
Probably
then I
not.
have a hard time, too, with people's rights. The fact that he can't give permission to share a lot of this stuff because he's incapacitated. Like, there's so much of this shit that, for me,
Am I
is
pausing?
a mental fuck. Because I would never, personally...
Oh, okay, I'll raise volume. I'm sorry.
Because I've never been in that situation.
Yeah,
So,
it's... Wait, 1 second. I might be able to get this working, right? Where is it? Let me try this now. Multi-output device. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear this better now.
so I don't know. So I sit here and listen to all
You
these
hear it
people
better now?
talk about, break it down,
You should.
all of this shit. People that don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. I had a creator tell me the other day, this actually, I respect this because at least she was honest. She said, I really felt that you were the one that wanted to keep this going. That was a slap in the face. And I give a lot of respect to other people for no fucking reason when they haven't earned it. I've realized that too. But this person I did respect. And I was like, that's really interesting that you would think that, of all things, that you would think that. Okay. But it's because they don't understand this angle of it. They have not been, there is not a single creator that has covered this story that has been in these shoes right here in my spot. They have not been along the entire way. Their personal lives maybe have gone on a little bit, but there's like 8 of them that are obsessed with me that daily dig into my real life.
You don't know what anyone here has been through or not been through. No one has questioned about whether or not this has been hard on you or anyone. No one's even talking about it. You're the only one bringing this up right now. And while you're bringing this up, you're pointing the finger at everyone else and saying, you don't know what it's like to be in my shoes. Well, you don't know what it's like to be in anyone else's shoes. Why don't we just all agree that nobody knows what it's like to be in anyone else's shoes? Why are you even fucking talking about this? This is ridiculous. You're talking about this just so that you can try to fucking, I don't know, use this against people, it seems.
Molly's crew, the weirdo advocates that have been around Molly, like, it's coming from every fucking angle because I opted to tell the truth. And because I can separate my personal bullshit and I can say it, this is what it is. Dre triggers me just like she triggers a lot of the ones that are calling her out. But guess what?
Well, what the fuck does Letitia do? Because I don't give a shit about Dre. I don't give a shit about what you think of Dre or what you say about Dre. I don't give a shit about Dre. My whole, and pretty much everyone else who's talked about this, what they're so disgusted with is your treatment of Letitia and the rest of Vaughn's family. What are you talking about? Like, are you like envisioning like people are like upset with you over something else?
I'm an adult and I can separate that shit and realize that I have no idea what I would be acting like in this situation. Not a clue. So I am respectful enough to give her grace. There has not been one part of this that wanted to keep this going. I've been begging and pleading for them to stop. They haven't stopped talking about it. They continue.
Look at you. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Dude, your own fucking catalog. You haven't shut up about this. You built your fucking channel off of talking about this. You have 4,740 or whatever subs because you've talked about this constantly, incessantly, nonstop. And you've talked about this, using it against other people. You haven't even talked about it like to bring awareness to any of the issues at hand regarding this whole situation. You've only talked about this to throw shit at other people. What the fuck are you? Oh my God. Like, no one, you cannot be this oblivious. You can't be. You have to know that you're fucking lying right here. You have to.
Continue to spread misinformation. It's been a choice of mine to continue on, but not one of these other creators, and I'm going to say it flat out, has been gone at the way I have.
Really? Well, no, that's true. That's true. Of course, no one really came at you. Like, you cannot for a second envision yourself as some innocent content creator sitting over in the corner all by herself, just talking about the subject and then just getting bombarded with attacks from other creators. Because you got to know that you incited fucking everything. The second you came on the scene was throwing shit at other people. I mean, you weren't, it's not even like you just weren't friendly or like, I don't know, approachable. It's not even like that. You were just you were combative. Like, and you were initiating the combat.
Not one. In this situation.
Really?
And
Molly hasn't been gone at? Really? Because I think you guys are pretty good at going tit for tat, to be honest. Oh yeah, what is that? There's one stream that she has up on her channel. I remember I've been meaning to listen to it again. But it's called Never Have I Ever or whatever. And she and a couple people are up on panel and it's the Molly edition or whatever. And the shit talking that they do about Molly, the horrible things that they're saying about her, mocking her appearance and all kinds of shit. But yeah, no one's came after nonsense like that. Or no one's came after anyone else like they come after nonsense, right?
And the reason I can confidently say that is because most of these other creators don't even have a clue about the whole Facebook piece of it. Those people, none of it. And it's not better. This is why I'm reacting to all of this shit way differently than the other creators. The other creators are YouTube creators. They come into this or were into this because they were already creators. I started a channel based off of defending a complete stranger and their truth. That's a totally different thing. I have a totally...
What do you think? Oh my God. Most of these fucking channels in this community is made for basically the same thing, to come to the defense of what they think is right and to speak out against what they think is wrong. Okay? And what do you think? We're all like best friends here or whatever that we're beforehand and then we start the channel? No, we're all strangers to each other. This is just our own personal thoughts and feelings. It's a place for us to put our voice out into the void and maybe be heard. Okay? And it's to speak on things that matter to us and things that are of interest to humans. Okay? And we speak out in defense of things that we feel deserve defending and speak out against things that we feel deserve to be spoken out against. It's the same fucking thing you're doing. You are no different, or you sure as fucking any better. You're not even good at this, I'll be honest. So don't for 1 second think that you are doing something different, because you're right down in the mud with the rest of us, honey.
Different outlook on this story than most. It's a story to most other people. It's not to me. Suicide isn't a story to me. Suicide is something that people need.
Well, that would probably make sense since you haven't talked about suicide this entire time. So, okay, I can believe that.
To start talking about openly, because too many people feel they have nobody to go to in those moments. And if you want...
And you're going to make sure that everyone knows that you're someone that they can go to in those moments, even if you have to berate the fuck out of them to convince them, right? Oh my God, you cannot sit here and act like someone's advocate when you attacked a grieving mother the way you have. You can't. You've lost all ground, all credibility, all footing you had.
Want to start talking openly about suicide, then you better get some fucking education on addiction. You better get some education on mental health, because a lot of you are fucking ignorant and have no clue what the hell you're talking about. And you sit here and you...
Probably why we don't sit here and talk about these things, because we know that we're not experts. We know that we're not qualified, you know, beyond just like talking to a friend.
Act like you know so much that, oh, poor you, you know, oh, it's taken such a toll on you. But then you're sitting there mocking people who deal.
I gotta check the chat. Did I miss something here? Because I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Like, what is she talking about? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, she really does think she's a fucking murderer. Yeah. Oh my God, she's the fucking culprit. For granted, she may not be the only one, but she's still the fucking culprit. Yeah, she's the only person who's gone through this, dude. So I mean, she's the only person who can speak on this matter in a different way. She hasn't spoken on it this entire time. Her whole thing has been scam, fraud. Yeah, she was the worst piece of crap on Facebook. I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. She's something. Is- Al Capone says, not to make this race thing, but I'm not stunned she attacked a black woman. Ghost white skin, blonde hair. She's that stupid, ignorant white woman we all know and love / hate, or parentheses hate. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna go back. I don't. It's from the way she's talking. I'm getting the impression maybe I missed something, but I I don't know. It doesn't matter one way or the other.
With mental illness. Mental illness is a big content out here. Like, it's a big moneymaker for people, I'm realizing.
Now I think I know why Veda jumped in the comments the way she did. Wow.
And that's fucking sick. It's sick that YouTube creators use mental illness as content, but people going through mental illness and crisis can't get the fucking resources to help them. That they feel like they...
So the majority of my content has been Katie. So would you say I'm using mental illness as content? Well, the majority of her content has been Molly. So, but she's not doing the same thing that other content creators are doing. So is she saying that Molly has no problems with mental illness? I mean, you can't have it both ways, sis.
They have no other fucking choice. But here, there's YouTubers making 18 grand off of talking shit about other people's suicides. You know, the way of our world.
A, it wasn't off of his suicide because he's still alive. B, it wasn't off of his attempted suicide either. It was off of the fact that his family was being denied to see him. That's what people cared about. That's why people donated money. That's why people tuned in to listen. It wasn't because a Marine somewhere that they did not know attempted to take his own life. Not even that Marine was the husband of Dre McRae. People tuned in to Molly because the family was being denied visitation to their loved one. And that is what was being discussed.
Ooh. Anyways. And to know that a man's life has been exploited to this level, and he's not the only one. And
it's not exploitation. It's not. Because what people are talking about is not Vaughn. It is not Vaughn's life. It is not the way he lived his life. It's not even the way he tried to end his life. What people are talking about is what the people around Vaughn have been doing since then. So it's not even about Vaughn. But sure, you go ahead and keep making it about Vaughn because you're the one who's not exploiting this man, right?
Supposed to be okay with it on all ends. Again, you have to be able to separate. Dre has a lot of personal decisions that she has to make. She's a social media influencer,
nobody cares.
So that's on her. But I, at the end of the day, have sat here because right is right and wrong is wrong. I haven't sat here and told you, oh, I don't like this because she reminds me of this, or I don't like this, or I don't agree with that, because at the end of the day, those are personal choices that she has to make. They're not for me to even have an opinion on. And that has been fucking hard.
She's out there on social media. She's putting herself out there. She's discussing her choices, her beliefs, her thoughts, her actions, all that. She's opening herself up to criticism. That's just the way there is. Even people who are her biggest fans will eventually find things about her to criticize. Because she's the one who's on display. She's putting herself on display. Like, this is such a weird relationship, okay? And I've thought this before I started live streaming, and I only confirmed it for myself. But, like, one up here talking, okay? And I feel weird about this. I do, but I'm not going to sit here and be the one up here talking and then act like nobody else has a right to say anything about it. Because this isn't, I mean, I do try to interact with the chat and everything, but this isn't like sitting around a dinner table with a couple of girlfriends or whatever, talking, interacting, having a back and forth. Okay, it's not the same. So, because it's not the same, people are going to want to say things because they're not given that chance in the same kind of setting as a couple of girlfriends sitting around a table, talking. Because this setup is different, the audience, the viewers, they don't have the instant, right there in the moment interaction. So they have to speak their mind at other times, in other ways, and I just feel like it's kind of selfish to feel like you're entitled to only half of the friendship, half of the interaction, the half that benefits you. But you shouldn't be subjective to the part that benefits the ones giving you what you want, I don't, it's a weird dichotomy, I think. And those who want it to be less weird for them, I think, are incredibly entitled.
Because I fight hard for people with mental illness. I fight fucking hard on a daily basis for those people. So we're out here talking about suicide, blaming.
I feel like you kind of lose all right to say you fight hard for someone, whether that be with mental illness or something else, but we'll go with mental illness. I feel like you kind of lose all credibility to say that when your efforts in fighting hard for those with mental illness involve you trying to have a grieving mother arrested, investigated, and just overall hated on much of social media for no reason. Like, you can say that you have reason, but you don't have reason. You don't have proof. You don't have any legal binding promises for you to cry foul on. This is all in your head. This is all, you play moral police, and you're using that to hate and try to destroy this woman and her life and just make the hardest time in her life like that much more harder. But nah, fam, you're here to help those and to speak for those with mental illness. Oh my God, you're such a poser.
People for other people's suicide. Cool. The ignorance out here is unbelievable. It's astounding. And most of these people have kids. And then they sit here and talk about how, those that are calling us out, how dare you? Why you wouldn't want your kids? Yeah, my kids absolutely fucking know about suicide. Absolutely. I talk to them every day. We talk about, are you having homicidal thoughts? Are you having suicidal thoughts? They are 12 and 13 years old. You're fucking right. We have those conversations, and I encourage more of you to start. Molly said in that video, my husband would never do that. Cool. You know how many people I know that would have said the same thing about their loved one that did that? And again, that shows your fucking ignorance. This has been exhausting because I've been showing compassion for people normally I would never have compassion for. And it's not because I don't agree with the situation.
Did I just hear that shit right?
It's just I would absolutely never.
Yo, if she's been showing compassion, then what the fuck does she look like when she's not showing compassion? Like, are you shitting me? Like, you're so full of shit. Like, why is she trying so hard to rewrite the entire history here? Like, she was not at all part of the problem. She was leading the way in many instances, but she was definitely part of the problem. Like, this is, I feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm going crazy listening to this. All right. I'm going to take one quick break. I'm going to run to the bathroom quick, and I'll grab the dog. I'll show you guys the puppy, and then we'll go right back to this because I want to hear more of this. But let me run and go to the bathroom quick. And I'm not on StreamYard, so I can't play you any awesome music. you're just gonna have to sit here and quiet. I'm sorry. I also don't have a banner, so people come in here, you might have to tell them why I'm not on. But I'll be right back, like 1 minute, seriously. I'm not even getting another drink or anything. All right. Right back. Okay, hi, I'm back. See? There's Poppy. Mm. Say hi, huh? Hi, dear. All right, you want to go back to sleep? I woke her up. Okay, all right. Here you go. Ready? Oh! Oh my gosh, she's so heavy. Okay. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Kathy, I'm very sorry to hear that you are in a role in which to call yourself a surviving mom. I'm truly sorry. But you're right though. I mean, but kids especially, I think they're not going to just come out right out and say, "Hey, mom, dad, today I don't feel like making it." You know what I mean? Like, and if it was that easy to just convince them to, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like that this is something that impacts everyone to some degree. So why the fuck is she gatekeeping over this? Like, why is she using this to gatekeep? Like, what the fuck?
Put myself into giving it this much energy. I have given this so much energy. Because it's right. It's the right thing to do. These conversations need to happen. People need to start understanding the seriousness of this. But I have always said that dignity is so important. And I have a real hard time with a lot of this stuff. I really
Is this about dignity or is this about self-unaliving? Like,
do. Personally, I have a lot of struggle with this. And I'm not telling you that I don't think that you guys should support Dre. That's definitely not it. I'm explaining why I can't, why I won't. I was raised by a man who chose religion when I was 14 years old and said, oh, you know, your beliefs are totally different. What the fuck? I'm 14. I don't even know what beliefs I have. Because religion was so important. So it is so triggering for me to watch people that are that deep into religious practices. It really is. It's just something that's hard for me. I've been very open about that. And I choose to not. I choose to not go watch it. I choose to stay away from it.
okay.
Because it triggers me.
Okay.
It triggers the fuck out of me.
Okay, so don't watch Dre, I guess. I mean, does anyone really care?
Every family is going through shit. And if you're not, you're living under a fucking rock.
Oh, no. You don't actually believe that every family is going through shit, right? Because then that would mean that you were an extra special asshole to Letitia and family, right? Because they were using their son, so they weren't actually going through anything, right?
And here's the other thing. Yeah, exactly. You know, but it's so interesting to watch so many people have a response to a story that they can only wrap their head around one little piece of it. They're unwilling to sit back and look at the fact that this has been a journey for so many people. There's people that are very close to her that have had a totally different view on things, and they still are having a hard time with all of this. And it's going to get worse. It's only going to get worse.
Oh, wait, sure.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad you do talk to her, Nat Flo. I'm glad. That's the thing, is you can think you've done everything right as a parent and your kids still struggle. Genetics, the pressures of being a child, like these are serious situations. Until you've called CPS on yourself, you dumb fucks, I've said this a million times, to get resources, until you've called crisis response for a 10 and 11-year-old because you're so afraid because you can't help them and you don't want anything bad to happen to them, sit the fuck down. Y'all claiming you're advocates out here don't know the fucking closest thing about advocating for anybody with mental illness or special needs. Let's establish that.
You may know things possibly about special needs or whatever, but you don't know shit about advocacy. You don't know shit about advocating, because you calling a hotline to get resources for yourself and your family, that's what any parent would do, right? That's what every parent should do. So, I mean, you're being an advocate for your family, but you're always going to put your family's needs first. You're always going to put those people first, because that's who you're an advocate for. You're not an advocate for any specific cause or any specific issue or anything, any other difficulty that other people's face, because you're not advocating on behalf of that difficulty or against that difficulty, however you want to word it. You're advocating on behalf of the people who you love. And it doesn't matter what it is that is troubling them. You're going to be their advocate because you're their advocate. So you can't sit here and say that you don't know what it's like to advocate for this issue, this situation. It's not about the situation. It's about advocating for your fucking loved one, no matter what the situation is. And I'm pretty sure that the majority of parents, they know exactly what that's like. I mean, who the fuck are you to gatekeep that? Like, do you think you're so special for having done that? No, yeah, I mean, you did a good thing. Yes, you did the right thing, sure. But you're good for that. You're not extraordinary for that. I mean, I don't know how to word it. It's not the word I'm looking for, but something along that lines. I don't know.
Y'all are some of the most ignorant. I can't even say something nice. And I'm talking,
Oh, so ignorant was nice. Okay.
a lot of these people are fucking grandmas. They're out here playing little kid games, distracting with the drama throughout the last 8.
Who's the one who hid behind a pseudonym or an anon name for months?
Months talking shit, making false accusations, doing this, creating complete fabricated narratives to overcome the discussion of what a serious situation this actually fucking is.
What was the serious situation? What is the serious situation right now? Like, what is it? What are you talking about? Because you can't possibly mean that it was the attempted unaliving of himself that's a serious situation. Because that's been at the same status for months. But it wasn't serious enough for you to discuss 2 months ago, last month, 6 months ago, whatever. No, it wasn't affecting, it wasn't serious enough for you to discuss really this entire time until today or whatever. So what really changed to suddenly make this the seriousness of the situation?
Yeah, Miss Monroe, and that's a personal thing for me that, like, I try to be respectful of everybody else's religion and their beliefs, because at the end of the day, that's their choices, right? Like, that's been hard for me to separate because I have extreme triggers and trauma from religion. Extreme. And so it has really been a challenge for me to keep my mouth shut and just keep it moving. So it has been, and I'm telling you guys this because I want you to understand.
Okay. You in the chat there. Do you really think that it's been a struggle for her to keep her mouth shut about anything? Like, because she seemed to have no problem saying whatever the fuck she wanted to say for months. But this was a struggle for her to not talk about for months. That's why she didn't talk about it, because it was such a struggle for her to keep quiet. Because, well, why did you even have to keep quiet about it to begin with? Did I hear this shit? I must have misheard it. Wait a minute.
Balance, keep it really been a challenge for me to keep triggered. And right, like that's been hard for me to separate because I have extreme trigger and trauma from religion. Extreme. And so it has really been a challenge for me to keep my mouth shut and just keep it moving. So it has been.
Okay, I did mishear her, but my dumbfoundedness remains the same, I guess. When was this really about religion? Okay, sure. Dre has made some mention about being a Jehovah's Witness, but like she made mention of that like before she went radio silent. And then she's made mention of it since she came back out talking. So that means from like, what was it? From like July to February. There was no mention about her being a Jehovah's Witness. She wasn't talking about it. Nobody else was even really talking about it. Where was the struggle in keeping your mouth shut? Like, I don't get it. And I don't even see where the struggle is now. Why? Because she has a faith and she talks about it. I mean, like, she has been, assuming that she does believe in these tenets or whatever that's been spouted about, I don't see her pushing it down anyone's throat. Like, I don't get why. Okay, maybe I'm being a bit insensitive. Maybe your trigger is more out of a whatever trigger when it's something you experienced, like religion. But I don't know. I just don't see it. I'm not buying it. I'm just not.
telling you guys this because I want you to understand the balancing act. I'm not against Dre. I'm not pro Dre. I'm for anybody making the choices that they have. She has no choice. Okay. She has to go through this. And let me just say this too. No matter what she fucking does, it's not going to be right. It's never going to be right.
But not to everyone, of course not.
That's why personal family issues should not become content on social media. Unless you're the only one that is going to run that. Personal family matters are not up for discussion on YouTube. Period. Point blank. End of story.
Well, if you want to talk about them, they are.
Dumpy Dup, I'm so proud of you for doing that. That is so hard to have your child hospitalized. I am so proud of you for doing that. I am so proud of all of you sitting in these comments and being open about your struggles and talking about it openly. These are the conversations that need to happen. At the end of the day, the decisions that have been made on behalf of Marvon have already been made. The family took the money and pieced out. And I made a very clear statement about that coming up. I have never wanted this story to...
What makes you think they pieced out? Where the fuck did they piece out to? Like pieced out means that they're not talking to anyone. That they're just blowing everyone off. They want nothing more to do with any of this shit. That's not the case. It's not at all the case. What are you talking about? Pieced out? Why? Because they're not still joining people on their live streams talking about how they just wish this and wish that or whatever for their kid, for Vaughn laying there in the hospital. Well, why the fuck would they keep subjecting themselves to your guys' trolling if they did that? Like, why would they do that? So they didn't piece out. They just pieced out of you. They pieced out to you and your involvement. They didn't piece out to anyone else. It ain't all about you.
To continue. This story has been absolutely mind-blowing and draining on me. And everybody
Why
around
are you still talking about it?
In fact, this week I stopped talking to pretty much everybody because I needed to sit. I needed to sit in my uncomfortableness and figure.
You were off of social media for like 3 days, I think. There was like a 3-day break when I was trying to find what live stream that was mentioned to me in my messages. I saw that there was like a 3-day live stream break for you on YouTube. That was your big break. 3 days. 3 fucking days. 3 days.
Figure out what the fuck I was having a hard time with because I was ready to just shut it all down. And it's not because of the creators. Molly, Justin, those guys don't scare me at all. It has nothing to do with fear of anybody coming up. Fucking find a lie that I've told yet. They've had 8 months and haven't found one yet. Okay.
Sis, we've found a lot. We've discussed this. We've shown this, but I get that people don't want to acknowledge that maybe they got caught lying or something. I get that. I do. But I mean, then you stop talking about it. You stop bringing it up. You stop making a spectacle of yourself. And instead, what you're choosing to do is you're choosing to be that pigeon playing chess who it doesn't matter how well you play because the pigeon's just going to knock everything off the board, shit on it, and strut around like a one anyways. That's you. You're the pigeon.
I have a lot of friends who have lost loved ones to suicide. We talk about it daily. They've came to me with their stories. I appreciate that they feel comfortable talking to me. So I've been trying to weigh a lot. There's just been a lot. And I try to make sure that I am acknowledging their pain and suffering too, because of course I'm the furthest from the only one that has gone through anything. But it's a lot of juggling act. And to see how many people are so hurt about this story, so hurt and so emotionally invested. What's going to happen when he does pass away? I need you guys to start understanding that that's going to happen. I hate to say that. And I appreciate Dre wanting to be serious and put positive energy out into the universe. But I don't take my followers on anything but a journey of this is reality. And unfortunately, we all know it could be years. She can have that hope. That's exactly what she needs to do. But I am unwilling to sit here and tell all of you that it's going to be okay. There's going to be a miracle. I'm not doing that. I won't do that.
No shit.
I live in reality. I live in the fact that I've been through so much medical shit that opinions, personal choices, beliefs, She is entitled to have all of those, every single bit of it. She has a platform.
All right, everything that she's explaining here now, I feel like it's like a duh. You know, like she's talking about this as if this is like some realization that she's had and she needs others to have. Who the fuck hasn't had these realizations already? Who walked into this with different than those realizations? I get the hope. I get that. A lot of people, I mean, even I still hope. But I'm realistically hope. You know, like my hope isn't, I'm not putting much belief in my hope, we'll say. Okay, whatever. But like who's not, well, okay, is my internet back now? I saw the bar thing moving. It was distracting me. But seriously though, like this can't be like a newfound realization of hers, right? It can't be.
She has a voice. She can do it. She can talk about however she wants. She can feel however she wants. She can, all of that. I'm all for it. But the reality of the situation is the man attempted to take his life. And there has been so much fucking bullshit that has came from that. With creators, the ignorance, the depth of people's absolute disgust of how they'll just make up stories to get into something. There's a whole crew of people at 8 months that are trying to restart this story from the beginning, that the family is all this victimized, all this shit.
Nobody's, you and Uni haven't shut the fuck up about it. Uni has been still doing live streams about the fraudsters and all this shit, and about how Letitia's going to be taken to court and she's going to be arrested and yada yada yada, and Molly's going to go down too, and whatever. Molly's going to go down too. Like, I mean, I can't do impersonations too good, but I think I did pretty good there on Uni. Okay, and then there's you, who's been right there, like kind of in tandem with Unirock. Where the fuck is anyone else trying to recreate anything or bring this up again? You all haven't shut the fuck up about it yet. And people get just annoyed enough to be enough already. And they gave you what it is you two have been asking for this whole time. Receipts of the lawyer. Let's see the receipts for the lawyer. Let's see the receipts for the lawyer. Well, you know what? When you ask for something enough fucking times, constantly, nonstop, without showing any signs of letting up, you might just get what the fuck you're asking for. But no. Rather than just accept it, now you're going to sit back and say, I can't believe that they're still talking about this shit. Oh my God. Like, what? You're an idiot.
They want to talk about how much they care about Marvon, but they can't even talk about how Marvon's childhood played a role in his mental health struggles.
That's why he just wanted to go home again, right? He just wanted to go home. He just wanted to go see his family. He talked about going to see his family. And then when it looked like that wasn't going to happen, I mean, you can try and put this blame all you want on Letitia for the choices she made as a young 15-year-old mother, all you want. But you want to sit up there on the panel on your screen, and you want to talk like you are some enlightened mother or something because you called a crisis line on behalf of your kid. But then you want to turn right around and blame Letitia for why her son is in that bed. Because of her choices contributing to his mental health. Like, that's disgusting.
You can't take accountability for a fucking thing. And you're too concerned about trying to cover up where all the money went. That says a lot to me. And I don't know about y'all, but sitting here...
You guys showing fucking receipts. Who the fuck's covering shit up? You're covering up the fact that you were fucking proven wrong. And that you attacked this woman for no reason for months. So yeah, now naturally you have to make it all about your struggles. Oh my God, this is a Katie fucking move. Oh my God. This is Katie talking or tweeting or whatever about her kid when the shit's getting thick or whatever. This is Katie. Oh my God.
Realizing that nobody really gave a fuck about Marvon. They're all fighting over Marvon instead of for Marvon. That's a hard place to sit.
Nobody was fighting over Marvon.
Stranger, and I would feel completely the same way.
Nobody was fighting over Marvon. People were just upset that his mother was being denied access. That's what people were fighting over. That's it.
Way about any of you, if any of you were in that situation.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna pause this for a second because my internet, the Wi-Fi keeps going. I'm gonna switch to Ethernet. You might see a blip or whatever. I don't know, something. How am I doing? Yeah, she won't even face smile. She won't even talk. She won't go up in any panel with anyone who isn't, I don't know, like mirroring her exact same thoughts or whatever. Like, she can't handle the confrontation. She can't handle having to argue her side, her beliefs, whatever. She can't handle it. She can't handle being questioned. She can't fucking handle. She can't handle anyone having thoughts of their own. Hey Snow White. Hey Ravenheart, by the way. Wait, hey, that's what I said when I came into chat. Exactly a playbook move from Katie. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Fuck. Well,
Exactly, Night Owl.
something
exactly.
happens over the next
When
few
it's
minutes.
time,
I don't
it's
know what.
time. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that all of these things, like Molly and Justin, the stories have gone back and forth. We stay same. We continue to just be realistic and open because that's the world we live in. We've got to start talking about this shit openly and honestly because we've got to start using it as a way to educate others about suicide, about how to get resources for mental illness, about crisis response. We should be taking this opportunity to talk about the things that fucking matter instead of, ooh, so-and-so doxed me. Ooh, so-and-so this. Like, fuck you and your drama. I'm so fed up with you adult assholes that are so petty and have no clue. And you want to talk about stalking? You all in your, oh my God, I'm being stalked. That's the first thing. Anybody comes into this. The first thing. You're fucking stalking Dre, you weird fucks. Talk about stalking. Not a single one of you little advocates or shit stirrers like Beetlejuice, Lori.
Who was the one playing video from Dre's backyard and saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe that someone went there and grabbed the video. Oh my God, stalking this, stalking that. Oh my God, like this really is a fucking playbook out of Katie. Like, because what, when things get too hard, oh my God, I'm being stalked. Oh my God, I'm being stalked. Oh my God, CPS was calling me. Let's see, that's a playbook move she also did a few months ago. And you see, that's a good playbook move. It really is, because there's no way to prove or disprove that. You know, it's just a claim that you make, and people tend to latch on to that claim because it's CPS. But you can never verify that one way or the other. I don't know, just... And now stalking. You're right. How dare they? How dare how dare anyone be concerned about possibly being stalked, right? I mean, who the fuck are you to say whether or not they're right or wrong to have this concern? I mean, because it seems now you want to sit there and say people are stalking Dre? Are people showing up at her house? Are people following her around? No, they're not. And Dre's the one putting herself out there on social media. So you can't even say that people are stalking her by watching her shit, because the whole point of putting stuff out there on social media is to get viewers. You can't then call your viewers stalkers. You just can't.
Veda, EKC, all
What
of
did I
you,
do?
L. Not a single one of you gives a fuck about this man's life or the big picture. Not one of you do. No.
No, we give a fuck about what's actually transpired, okay? Not what your grand scheme of things wants to suddenly call this as. Because this grand scheme of things that you're trying to use now as a way to fucking create content and come at people who angered you over the past few months is nothing more than your next fucking weapon. Because if any of this shit was a concern for you all this time, then you would have been talking about this all this time. But you haven't.
You guys are in this shit because you're 2-year-olds that want some fucking drama. And you guys have not been stalked at all. The crazy part is I don't even know who Vada is. I don't know her real name. Don't give a fuck. Don't know.
I'm sorry, did I ever claim that I was stalked? Did I? Was I stalked and I didn't realize it and somehow this got out? I mean, I don't...
Nothing about her. Don't watch her. Never been to her channel. Never watched anything on hers
Oh,
besides
yeah,
the
you did.
one video that we did over here. I don't go back. But they're sitting here saying they're stalking. They're being stalked. Meanwhile, they're in my real life so far.
Wasn't it Becky here who was bitching and whining about being tagged on social media? And called it like, oh my God, like get off my ass kind of shit? There was a tag. What the fuck are you talking about?
Far up, calling every single person that I know, calling state agencies, calling anybody. But they advocate on behalf of children, right?
Oh, there it is. Yep. Using this alleged CPS call. What other state agencies have been called, I wonder? It's rhetorical. Don't answer that. I mean, nobody's calling anyone on you. Wait, I don't get this. Okay, answer me this, seriously. Because when I was going through like these older videos and shit, and there's this like this reoccurring theme, you know, like I knew it was there, but it's just interesting to hear it, about how every time something bad has happened to Katie, she's been stalked and she's got people giving her death threats. Okay, for years now, since like 2016 anyways, I've been on social media. Primarily in the beginning, I was Facebook fighting basically, but I was doing it with like anti-vaxxers and just other science deniers or whatever, and other conspiracy theorists or whatever. So I've been arguing with the people who are you could say are kind of fanatical about their beliefs. Maybe not quite religious, but you know, not far from it in my opinion. For years I've been doing this. And I've even did some trolling things or behaviors or whatever that really kind of pissed some of them off. I mean, this one, okay, I'm not going to get into stories here, but I've never, besides, with the exception of one post I read about me in a Facebook group, I've never had anything that I would ever have even lightly qualified or considered to be any kind of a death threat. I've never been called to any social agencies, to my knowledge anyways. I've been told that I've been reported to the FBI left and right, but out of all the FOIA requests I've done of myself, I've never gotten anything back showing that I was. So it's amazing, though, how she's been on YouTube here for just a few months. And just like Katie, she's getting all the hate. Now, no doubt that Becky's gotten under a lot of people's fucking skin, and she still continues to do so. But I had people telling me that I was this evil, horrible person because I wanted to see their kids harmed, because I wanted vaccines to be mandatory for school and shit like that. Like they spoke to me like I was a direct threat to their kids. Me, okay? It's not even like I worked for the CDC or anything, whatever. Like me, really. But I still never got the fucking hate that she's talking about getting. I don't understand how. Is it just me? Like, how is it that these two content creators get all the fucking hate? Is there just no more hate left to go around? I mean, selfish? No, I'm kidding. But seriously.
these are the people that are fighting the good fight, right? They're the ones being stalked and harassed. Let's talk about the podcaster that got shot and killed in Washington State.
Why are we talking about him? Them now? I don't. Why?
Some of you
What?
just have the biggest side of two-faced idiocracy I've ever seen.
No. I want to go back to that. Why do we need to talk about some podcaster who was shot in the other part of the country? Like, what does that have to do with anything here? Why are you trying to tie this in? What? Are you saying that you had something to do with his shooting? I'm not sure that this is the place you really want to confess that, but, like, why else would you feel a need to discuss this?
I would never associate with 99% of you in real life because you're pieces of shit. You sit here and talk.
And to all of those in chat and watching nonsense, you should take note. She's not just talking to us.
Talk out one side of your mouth and you have nothing to back it up. You say what you think people want to hear, not because you actually believe that way.
Oh, if I said what I thought people would want to hear or wanted to hear, I think I'd be a little better at this YouTube shit by now. I'm pretty sure that the people who dislike me because I'm not saying the shit that they want to hear, right?
No, a lot of you can't walk the walk.
Walk,
You talk
walk,
the
walk.
talk, but you sure as fuck can't walk the walk.
What fucking walk and talk is she talking about? Why can't anyone else do it? Why is she gatekeeping this walk and talk? What fucking walk? Oh my God, will you fucking put some information into your sentences? Because it just sounds like a bunch of fucking tossed salad kind of speak. Like I'm waiting to hear like stupid like idioms or something coming up, just like a string of them, because like you just don't know what else to say, you know? Like walk the walk, talk the talk. All right, what's next? Like every dog has its day, or fucking I don't even know. I can't even think of shit. It boggles my mind, or I don't even know. I can't even think of fucking stupid idioms now. Jesus, oh my God, this is annoying me.
The walk. Because you know what's weird too is these people can't sit in uncomfortability. They have to create a new narrative. That's the other thing that happens.
I forgot about this, but I was reminded, and it's true. I was up on panel with her once, so don't tell me I can't sit in uncomfortableness. And it wasn't even like it was one of her allies' channels, like one of her people. It wasn't even like someone neutral. So don't tell me I can't be in an uncomfortable situation. Hell, I am more than welcome, more than happy to even have another discussion with her. But let's come on now. She don't want that. But I'm the one who can't be uncomfortable. Okay.
Y'all claim you have stalkers, but yet there's actual YouTube creators. Well, she was a Clubhouse creator that was stalked and killed. You are totally looking for victim. You want to be a victim.
Okay, so you heard her. Unless and until you've been shot and killed, you can't claim to have a stalker. Gatekeeping 101.
You're a victim. Oh, it's electrolytes.
I don't get that. Who's the victim here? Like, seriously. Like, I'm actually wondering if that's supposed to be like an insult, because I ain't no one's victim. I sure as fuck ain't her victim. Why is she calling people, like all of us here, a victim? I feel like she's calling me a victim. Whose fucking victim am I? Like, don't fucking call me a victim.
Cindy Lou Who, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Not that there's anything wrong if you've been victimized, but she's not victimizing me. She's not. So why the fuck does she think that... You know what I mean? Like, she can't make me her victim. What the fuck? Like, that annoys me.
Hold on. Let me find the buttons. I'm not even on the buttons today. I'm over here, like, going off. Told you, I've been holding a lot back for 8 months, and I've been trying to... Hold on. Oh, shit. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Thank you again.
Oh, come on with this shit. I feel like I'm gonna get freaking copyright or something every time she does that shit. I gotta
Oh,
stop.
thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for being a member. Oh, a lot of you guys did lose your memberships because a lot of the gifted memberships didn't renew. Well, they don't renew. They are only good for a month. So a lot of you did lose your membership. So if you see that your membership's gone, that's why, because you were a gifted one. So I didn't kick anybody out
Oh,
or
shit.
anything like that. That was somebody who came to me and was like, why don't I have a membership anymore? And I'm like, I don't know. And they were like, did you kick me? No, I didn't boot any.
Can content? I mean, not that I ever cared to do this, but now that she says that, I'm thinking, can we even kick someone out of our members? Like, I know we can block people from the channel, but if they paid for a membership, that membership stays, though, right? I mean, basically, blocking them means that I don't even know. Like, we can't see their comments, maybe, or they can't, or no one can see their comments in chat. But they'll still be eligible for membership perks, right? I mean, I don't understand.
Anybody, it's the gifted membership. So just so you guys know, that's that. Nikki, thank you. Do you know how much money has
Fuck you. This comment. Molly Golightly's 15-year-old son got a brand new car because Vaughn attempted us. Wow. No, her son got a new car because Molly saved up the money and whatever and had the money to spend. And again, maybe part of her did decide to do it then since she knew she was having YouTube money coming in. But at that time, she didn't have that first payday from talking about this situation did not happen yet. So the money she used to pay for that car was money she already had. Okay. Now, like I said, maybe she spent some of that to replace it with the YouTube money. Sure. But that YouTube money that she earned was not because some man that no one really knew beforehand somewhere attempted to take his own life. No. It was because the wife of that man was refusing to let that man's family visit him as he lay there in a coma. That's it. You can word it any other way you want. And maybe that situation happened because this man attempted to take his own life. Sure. But it was still, that alone wouldn't have caused it. No one was talking about it until people learned about how his mother was told she can't come and visit. But you want to make it all about B's attempted suicide. We get it.
has been made because of this man attempted to take his life? Do you really understand the level of that on all ends? This man was tired. He had enough. Think about that.
Yeah, think about that.
Think about that for a moment. Hey, Greg. Think about that shit. Oh,
think about that for a moment. Hey there! Like,
good, Remy. Thank you. I didn't know that. I'm like, I don't know any of this shit. I got somehow there was stars on a post on Facebook too, and I about freaked out this weekend too because I'm like, I'm not even set up over there either. Yeah, think about that. And at the end of the day, I have too profited. I can't sit here and say that I haven't. My channel has made money over the last 2 months. I've only, gotten one check from YouTube, which you guys know that I've been very.
There is no only here. Either you're profiting off of this situation or you're not. And you can't first claim that Molly is. Why? Because Molly did it for a few months longer than you? Because Molly made more than you? And then say that, but I just made. No, because it's not the amount that makes it abhorrent, right? Or at least it shouldn't be. I mean, if you're against it for these righteous reasons, it's not the amount that makes that. It's the fact that it's being done, period, right? Or maybe it's just the amount. Maybe you feel like you deserve Molly's amount more than Molly did.
Forthcoming about, but I can't say that I haven't profited either. But I've tried to do it in a very ethically and morally decent way of not profiting off of doing more harm to his story, but telling the truth on his story. And it is.
What part of his story involved dragging his mother for months, accusing her of fraud, accusing her of scamming, of putting a post up on your Facebook page of her private financial information that had nothing to do with any of this. Like, that was your ethical behavior on behalf of this man who lie in a coma? Really? Oh, see, this is why we cannot allow the moral police, because this is what we'll get for fucking ethics. That's fucking mind blowing.
It's been very hard to reconcile even that, but
yeah, I'm sure.
Thank you, Cindy Lou Who. Thank you so much, y'all. Cindy, thank you again. Hold on, let me find the Welcome to the Jungle song. Welcome to the
bitch. Okay.
Oh, look at this little weirdos. These people are so fucking weird. First and foremost, Vada, you need to just mosey on along. You were never a factor in this. You made yourself a factor in this, and then you realized that once you got called out on lies, that, oh shit.
So Veda said, bitch, shut the fuck up. Speak for yourself, and yourself only. Fuck you. You lying piece of shit. You know nothing about me, period. And it's true, you don't. You know, I was getting my nails done the other day. Oops, sorry. At my friend's house. And we got on the subject of Katie, and I was reading to her Katie's post about her father, what Katie was saying about her father. And right off the bat, my friends, she kept interrupting me. I couldn't even, I felt like I was robbing her, a true experience of, understanding what Katie was saying, because she kept interrupting. But she kept interrupting, though, to point things out. And one of the things that she pointed out was that when you are dealing with something you've actually experienced and gone through, you're not the one talking about it. When you just want people to believe you've gone through something or experienced it, then you are the one talking about it. Because, well, lots of reasons, but because. So, I just think nonsense might want to just take at least part of that to mind, and that the people who aren't out here talking about it, they be about it. Just a bit of advice.
Yeah, mental health, conveniently, you needed to take your mental health. Maybe you should have got your mental health in check before you even came into this arena.
I'm sorry, who's the one who's doing an hour and a half venting stream about how everyone else is such a victim but me? And talking and bitching about how this has been such a balancing act and such a struggle for you for months because of the subject matter and everything. Well, maybe you should take your own advice. Because you seem awfully worked up over what people believe about some stranger somewhere.
Because it's not my fault, and you haven't even checked out. You've been in everybody's inboxes causing all sorts of shit. And good try. Goose is one of your admins in disguise, but good try. Anyways.
Well, what's Goose got? I'm pretty sure Goose is not an admin in disguise, but okay. What does that have to do with anything? Did I miss something that she said here? No, I didn't. Yeah, but you go ahead and just fucking suck on that vibe there, because you know that you can't deal with the confrontation.
Continue on. I don't give a fuck what Vada does or says. These are total.
Then why are you doing an hour and a half stream over what Vada has said, what Molly said, but you don't give a shit about what any of them said, but you're gonna sit here and talk about it for an hour and a half.
Irrelevant people that are so immature, and then they sit here and talk about, well, I mean, you can't rationalize with these type of people. She shit on a grave. Let's remember that. This is the type of people who have such respect for other human beings that she shit on a grave.
God. She did not shit on a grave. She shit in a graveyard. She didn't go there to find someone's grave and then take a shit on it. I specifically asked her that because I thought that might have been what she was saying. But no, she just really had to go to the bathroom, and there was nobody around in the graveyard to see her. So she went in there. Okay.
Great. I mean, there's no need for any further discussion there. It is what it is. To bully his...
That's where your line in the sand is drawn.
His family. No, show me where his family's been bullied, Vada. Come on, we've been waiting for 8 months. You still haven't been able to show it.
We have showed you. We've showed you before you asked. Again, this is you being the pigeon strutting around the board, shitting all over that, thinking that, knocking shit over, thinking that you fucking won the game. We showed it. You didn't want to fucking acknowledge it. That's on you, boo.
Maybe you should ask the family why they gave a shit all of a sudden about this man's. Let's see it. They probably are, Molly's Moose Knuckle. They probably are. Actually, they hang out. Beetlejuice, aka Lori, hangs out over there. Oh my god, hold on, y'all. You guys are doing silly, crazy stuff right now. Hold on. I gotta catch up. OG AOL, thank you so much.
She's gonna be playing music, I think, because she got shit, so I get past it, yeah. More? Okay.
Oh, little Dove, I'm really sorry. I'm very sorry. See, and that's the thing is this is a very serious situation that these people are out here just causing chaos in. Absolute chaos. There's no reason for this. First and foremost, I want to ask you something, Vada. Sit the fuck down for a minute and shut the fuck.
If you want to ask her, then pull her up on panel and fucking ask her. But no, you're not gonna do it. See, I don't understand that. People come in here to start trolling me or whatever, and I'm like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know? But you want to sit there and you just want to spout at her and then probably delete her comments or something later on. So, you know, people can't even see the shit that she said. I'm surprised that they're still up right now.
Up.
I'm sorry. I'm ignoring the chat here because this.
You want to sit here and say that the family's been done so wrong? Okay, y'all are starting this story up 8 months again with the same things, the same concerns, the same all this. Meanwhile, we were told that there was a court order that was filed that would prevent some of this from happening.
Were you told it was filed?
Interesting.
Were
so
you?
again, tell me how much the family cares. They took the money and ran.
See, okay. I believe what you were told was it was going to be filed, like the following day or whatever. And Vada has proven already that, or no, not Vada. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't Vada that proved it. It was Molly Golightly that has proved that that filing was in fact typed up. It was in fact penned up, whatever. It just wasn't filed. Probably because a deal had been brokered or whatever through this advocate, through this mediator of Letitia's attorney there, for Letitia to see her son. And that was left on like an open dialogue thing still going on. So why would you then file something in court in an effort to obtain the thing you want that you've already obtained? That would be a giant waste of money and resources, right? I mean, that would be kind of irresponsible to just piss that money away on something nonsense and something that's going to actually probably work against you, against your own interests at that point, because you already had this open dialogue, this discussion with Dre, and you're able to see, your son. So why would you then turn around and do something that would extremely piss her off? And why would you want her to do something so incredibly irresponsible like that? It was no longer needed. So why would you then still spend money on it? I mean, obviously she paid to have it typed up. I mean, you all have been posting about that, the screenshots from Molly's phone there. It just wasn't filed. And it didn't need to be filed anymore. So it wasn't.
Where's the court orders? You don't know shit about what
screenshot.
you're talking about. You can sit here and say, oh, I've talked to the family and all that.
You're sitting here spouting that no one should be getting any information or running with any information unless it comes directly from Dre, his wife. And now you're mocking people who are speaking directly with the family who would have firsthand knowledge about any kind of court filings? You can't have it both ways. I mean, just it's so fucking petty. I mean, you're so desperate to I don't even know what it is. Is it just that you can't be wrong? Or is it that you just don't want Trey to be wrong? But you're kind of throwing Trey under the bus here in this stream. So I don't think that your allegiance is to Dre or anything. Nah, I think your allegiance is to someone else.
Good luck. You're never going to work yourself out of that one, and having some weirdo guy do some of your, like, they have made up a story that somehow Katie Joy was the one that profited off of this story. That's how Katie is all of a sudden rich, is because she somehow profited off of this, and we've all been doing this for her.
Oh, she has profited off of this, sure. I don't bitch about that. Hell, she has every right to make money off talking about anything she wants on her channel, just like anyone else, just like Molly. But make me no mistake, she most certainly has made money. But that's okay.
I don't even fucking like her. On a personal level, she triggers the fuck out of me too. But I can separate the shit. Okay? As far as a human being dealing with her, totally fine. She was respectful to me. I was respectful to her. I would never hang out with her because I have totally different views. We would never get along.
Oh, you're her bestie. Fuck you.
Long term.
I don't care. I personally believe that.
Dada, where'd you go? Cat got your tongue. Well, I guess I did tell you to sit down.
Oh, but you don't
Shut
care
the fuck
about
up,
anything
but
she has to say.
You don't know. You don't.
You're asking where the fuck her tongue is and if the cat took it, but you don't care about anything that she has to say.
Listen to anybody anyways. But where's the court orders?
Answered. Several
If the
times.
family cared so much about Marvon, why did they take the money and piece the fuck out instead of doing something on behalf of Marvon?
Because the money was donated to them. And it wasn't even that much money. I mean, if you have in your mind somewhere that it was this extremely large amount of money, you might want to ask yourself why it is you think that. And really look into that. Because I don't know what to tell you. But what were they supposed to do with the money? What were they supposed to do? Like, what was the deal? What more were they supposed to do? Waste money on an attorney that was no longer needed to get something that she already had and would probably in reality just ruin what she just obtained? I mean, at that point, it just sounds like you just want to see the fight happen. You don't even care about, like, the outcome.
Can we do that? Well, I don't need to talk about that right now. My whole pre-record that I'm going to drop here
Yeah, why do you need to talk about that? You've only done it for, like, fucking 8 months.
about that. And I'll ask you guys the same fucking questions. And you can totally like her. It just triggers, I am triggered by, this is why we're all freedom of choice to like who we like. Yeah, she was here. Exactly. You know what's funny too is he's been in the hospital for a month. Dre said it the other day. When I watched Molly's video, she said that he would have been there for a month. Chances are he's at the VA, and again, I talk about this in my pre-record. But if he's at the VA, there's nobody that's stopping them from going to visit. You guys get that, right? That was how they were able to visit last time. Think about these things for a minute. Oh, and they can, yeah. Where's the proof that?
How are they supposed to know he was there though? Like, isn't the hospital like not allowed to give out any medical information about him or any updates or anything? Like, isn't it only supposed to be given out to his wife? So how the fuck do they know that he's there? Are they supposed to go there from Georgia all the way to, where are they, Arizona or something? Or New Mexico? I think Arizona. Are they just supposed to just hop in the car or get on a plane and just go to all states away to the other coast practically? Off of what? Like, how did they even know that he was in the hospital? Like, how the fuck? I mean,
Letitia lost her house. Letitia moved, I think is what you're trying to tell everybody, is Letitia moved to avoid service. But cool.
Letitia went to the fucking police department. to answer, to see what the fuck what was being talked about. She showed up and said, hey, I'm here. If you got something to give me it. No. She moved because you guys fucking put her address and shit up on TV. Or up on YouTube. And didn't bother to fucking remove it or make any alterations, whatever, to it. You just let it sit there. You know, me personally, my address has been out there. I know not to get worried about it. But you bet your ass that first time it happened, it scared the shit out of me. You can bet your ass that it scared the shit out of Letitia. And y'all are fucking crazy. I mean, you... delusional.
They started a group chat in February. Well, I've got screenshots from February of them claiming that they didn't know where he was again.
Did you know where he was? Nobody knew where he was. Except for Dre. Prove it otherwise. I mean, why? Because you want to sit here and say, oh, well, they have all this access to him. They knew exactly where he was. They knew. Since when? They didn't have that for months. What, now suddenly they had it in February?
From little Veda's chats. Because Veda's going to be the advocate for the family. Are you that desperate to go down with them? I mean, come on.
Oh my God. You are so jealous. Veda. I'm curious, like, is it all women that you find to be intimidating?
Desperate, and I heard somebody else say, if this was actually really going on, there would be charges filed. Do you understand how slow the internet works? Do you understand how long it takes a lot of shit to get going?
What is she saying?
Banking on that. Exactly, Nikki. Exactly, Susie.
Oh, no. Oh, this person right here. This comment. We also saw the fake Cash Apps that Molly posted on her channel. What happened to that money? This happened many times. She knows what she's doing. No, they weren't. They were first posted in that fucking Facebook group that Flava started and was a part of. You know, and all the nonsense moderators were too. That's where that happened first. That's where those were first posted. I myself have showed that. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, that was done at the beginning of that group even being formed.
You started that group chat March 6th. Well, why do I have screenshots from February? It's so funny to me that...
Maybe she didn't start the group chat. Maybe the one you have screenshots of wasn't her group chat that she started. Or maybe, I don't know.
You can't argue with the facts. You have to call names.
Have you not heard the way you speak about anyone here? Like, wow. Like the names you've called Molly. Like, right? But whatever. This ain't about Molly either.
Keep lying. Point one lie out. That find a fucking lie. We've been waiting. Find one. You've had all this motherfucking time, and all you do...
Join her up on panel. Go on a panel with her and give her the chance to. And she will happily oblige. Do it. Dare you. You won't. We know you won't. It's okay.
You sit here and look like Tube Top Tammy, you fucking fool. I dare you.
Didn't you just say about not calling people names? You just called her a fucking fool and Tube Top Tammy. No, seriously. Let's let this play out again. Unbelievable.
Here and look like lying. Point one. Argue with the facts. You have to call names. It's so funny to me that you can't argue with the facts. You have to call names. Find a fucking lie. We've been waiting. Find one. You've had all this motherfucking time, and all you do is sit here and look like Tube Top Tammy, you fucking fool.
Wow. You're a fucking idiot.
dare you? I will send you a list of questions. You get your little pencil out and figure out how to answer those questions. And I will absolutely let you come up here and spew your shit to everybody because, hey, you're building your integrity.
No, you won't. You fucking won't. You know you won't. Oh my God. And if you did, you kick her off of the fucking panel and then just run your mouth for the whole rest of the time. You kick her off after like 2 minutes because, well, it's confrontation.
Integrity, right? This is how you're building your channel is off of integrity and being so amazing like you are, talking about shit on Gray. It's like, hey.
I've never heard Veda say anything like that. It's weird that you envision that, though. It's so fucking weird.
You come up here and answer some questions. I'll send you a pre-done list. Actually, no, I won't. I'm not entertaining you. You're a non-factor. Never mind.
What did I say?
Get the fuck out of
What
here.
did I fucking say?
You're non-factor. You're never going to be a factor. Like, I don't even, no, I'm not entertaining you. You have nothing that I need. If you were to do anything on behalf of that family, tell the family to take themselves off of social media and deal with family matters behind the scenes instead of trying to milk their son for content and money. Okay, goodbye.
You see that? Wow, you couldn't even handle the confrontation from the chat. You couldn't even handle the discussion of a possible paneling of confrontation. You had to fucking shut that shit down right away. And then you had to then wrap it up in your own little fucking imaginary narrative there. Pussy.
We don't entertain her. Never mind. What was I even thinking? I wasted 9 hours of my life on that little twit
9
before. Nope. Non-factor. Not doing it. Not doing it. Nope. Yeah, right? Yeah, nope. Not doing it. Scorpio, considering the fact that she sat on Molly's panel and lied, and Molly knows for a fact that she lied. Like, yeah. I'll get her. Next time I see her, I'll get her and time her out. She had to create a whole new account so she could come in here. Oh, so exciting. You're that obsessed that you have so many accounts that you can watch.
You blocked her so you could talk shit about her without having to deal with any confrontation from her. And you've been doing this for quite a while now. But then she's the obsessive one because she wanted to confront it. No, she's the one who's not a pussy. That's what that is.
Everything I do. That's a little weird.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kells
Oh my
bells.
God. That's what you. Oh my God. I gotta see that again.
You can watch everything I do. That's a little weird.
That's what she wants. She's fucking loving that. Oh my God. So weird.
Yeah. Kells bells, 100%. Hey, Beth. All right, y'all, back to the serious discussion now. These people know nothing about mental illness. The way that they talk about mental illness, the way...
Okay, back to the serious discussion. These people know nothing about mental illness. Because if this were about mental illness, then you would just be talking about mental illness and you wouldn't be singling out these people. You'd be talking about it just as a societal problem as a whole. Because that would be what a fucking advocate would do. But no, you want to use this against these people. Who's exploiting what now?
Way that they talk about suicide. Can you imagine if one of their loved ones took their or attempted to take their life and the shoe was on them? Can you fucking imagine?
Well, you obviously have. You've been imagining this. You've been imagining it so much that you're fucking talking about it now on a stream. Wow.
If this was done to them and their family, can you imagine? Yeah, she absolutely did, and she bragged about it. Yep, she absolutely did.
Veda, you said you went into Letitia's Cash App. How much money was collected? You said you went in. No. She said that she was able to see the receipts from her Cash App because they were screenshot and sent to her. She didn't go into her fucking account. What do you... And even if she did, would it really be right of Veda to tell you what was fucking in there? Because unless that was, I don't know, agreed upon, wouldn't that be fucked up? That'd be kind of like doxing, right? I don't know. I'm still of this thing. It's not Letitia's fucking burden to bear to prove to you, to show you how much or who donated what. You want to know who donated what and how much? Then you need to go out and find that for yourself. Ask those people who donated to out themselves, to dox themselves, whatever. That's not... Don't fucking... Letitia's not stupid enough to be set up like that by you. Nah. You can figure that shit out for yourself.
Yeah, right, Elle? She went in. She went in there. Nikki, thank you so much. Gotta find the walk-in one.
Did she play it yet?
You don't have to agree with Dre. You don't have to like Dre. You don't have to any of this stuff to see how disgusting this actually is. And for these very adults that put him up for adoption to take no accountability in the
there's
fact
Katie
that the man struggled with mental illness majority of his life, it sounds like, is just, it's absolutely maddening.
The majority of his life? When the fuck has... Really? I don't remember that ever being said or stated by anyone. Like... And even if it were true, so basically your response, your advocacy on behalf of mental health is to blame someone's suicide attempt on their fucking mother.
Maddening. Nope, they care about the money and that's it. And to think that he's got adult siblings that could have stepped in, that's the fucking crazy part that people are not understanding, is they had options. They did have options. Granted, it would have been a little bit hard, but he has adult siblings.
What should they have done exactly? You say stepped in. What would stepped in look like? Like what actions do you think his family, his adult siblings should have done? What would have been acceptable to you? What would have been enough to you? What would you have liked to see happen? I mean, you got to be able to put this in words to help people understand. If for no other reason, to avoid something like this from occurring in the future, whatever this is anyway. You need to explain to people if you want people to learn. So what would that had entail? What would that have looked like? What would they have said? Tell me something. Or just keep using this the way you are.
That could have done something. Even if it was a Hail Mary pass to file stuff in court, it would have held things up. They didn't even attempt that.
What?
They didn't even fucking attempt to.
What?
Court. It would have held things that could have done something. It would have been a little bit hard, but he has adult siblings that could have done something. Even if it was a Hail Mary pass to file stuff in court, it would have held things up. They didn't even attempt that.
So you're thinking what? File what in court? To what Letitia didn't end up filing? You think that his adult siblings should have stepped up and filed that? How was that in Vaughn's best interest? How was that advocating for Vaughn or mental health? I mean, you want to further separate people from family members here.
They didn't even fucking
Are you pissed off that you ran out of content? Is that it?
attempt to. They took the money and ran.
Ran
Less
where?
money we have to spend. Peace out, Dre. Let us see him. Peace out.
Where did they run to? Where? You do know what running looks like, right?
We're done. But we're going to continue to act like we've been victimized. And we're going to continue to tell everybody that we've been the victims of this and poor us.
How are they continuing to tell anyone anything if they just took the money and fucking ran? Tell me that.
We can't do any of this. Right? Yeah, was that justice? They don't give a shit. They don't care about the people that are struggling. They don't care. They have one specific narrative, and that is to cover their own tracks in all ways possible. That is the only thing they give a shit about.
What? So now it's on these content creators that you dislike or disagree with. This burden of what other people's struggles and with mental health is all on their shoulders, their burden. Well, what about the fucking bullshit that you're causing for people with struggles with your own fucking content? What about the way you went after a grieving mother? I mean, again, you're right down there in the mud with the rest of us. You're thinking you're not. You're thinking you're above it, but fucking you got more on yourself than anyone else has.
Is to cover up the questions that people have.
If you got
I had to do the country one. Thank you, by the way. Yeah, she'll learn. She is learning. But the thing about it is she needs to learn.
Veda will learn eventually, just as most others had. Learn what? Like, what lesson are you trying to teach her? Like, how is this a lesson? What lesson do you think we need to learn or she needs to learn? What? Don't cross you? Don't challenge you? What? Don't confront you?
In some other way, get the fuck away from me. Like, I want nothing to do with this person. She's a non-factor. I will, nope. It's just
She's so much of a non-factor. You've only been talking about it for 25 minutes. Okay.
stupid. And to think that the family is so desperate, that they're willing to talk to people like this who do things like this.
I know. They should have been talking to you, right? They should have reached out to you and said, listen, we know that you're calling us a scammer and trying to get me arrested and trying to destroy my life and everything, but I need someone to talk to. I can't do this much longer. I'm going to wrap this up in a minute.
Meanwhile, they
I'm getting
say
annoyed.
they care about Marvon and the children. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, all they care about is money. All they care about is money. Yeah. You know, and that's the other thing too. Somebody said, you know, they continue to say that they care about the kids in this situation. That's obviously not something they care about. They've used the kids as content. They've used the kids' parents as content. Those kids are going through enough. Do you know how traumatic?
So now people can't use adults as content? What the fuck? Oh my God. They've used the kids' parents as content. But that would mean that they use adults for content. That's what that would mean. Let's come on now. Because, hell, well, you're using Vaughn's parents for content.
Like it is for kids to go through something like this.
But fuck off. But all you parents who went through it, I don't give a fuck about that. Go fuck yourselves.
It will forever change an imprint in their lives. This will forever be a factor in their lives. Just like all the trauma that I talked about from my child.
But if you're a mother who's suddenly in a coma from a suicide attempt, I don't give a fuck about you or your trauma. It don't matter.
This will never go away. And unfortunately for them, it's all over the internet.
Yeah, it's not unfortunate for them.
And think about the seriousness of this too. And again, this is where you have to separate and people don't get it. But I can sit and say, I totally understand why Dre wants him home. I can totally get behind that. Again, her personal choices. I'm talking about my opinion on the situation because at the end of the day, it's none of our business. But I can totally get behind the fact that she wants to bring him home. But a bigger piece of me sits there and goes, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it to those kids. And I know they probably think that they want him home too and all of that, but that's such a hard thing to go through and to watch and the trauma. And you know what? If she didn't do it though, if she was talking about leaving him there would be a problem with that too. No matter what fucking happens,
Yeah.
no matter what she says, it's never going to be good enough for the internet.
Well, no, of course not. It's the
That's
fucking
why people
internet.
need to start separating their personal.
Would you need it to be good enough for the internet? What? Why? It will. Oh my God! It will never be good enough for the internet. The internet will always find something to bitch about. It's kind of what the internet does. Like, look at you, for example. It's kind of what you do. Who cares if it's good enough for the internet? It has to be just good enough for her family. That's it.
personal feelings on the truth and the facts. Yeah, think about it. It's absolutely 100% Ice Queen, 100%. That absolutely affects the kids. There's so many pieces of this that people are not thinking about. And this is where people need to stop with their personal fucking opinions and their
You know what might help young kids who are experiencing something like this? Knowing the family of their lost parent. Hearing stories about the parent who's not here anymore. Getting to know him, their parent. In any way. I mean, you know, my mom died from cancer, and we knew it was coming. She had about 2 months left. They said she lasted almost that long. And my parents owned this 2-family house, and I was living in the downstairs apartment. My parents were upstairs. Well, that last month that my mom was here, it was me, my 2 sisters, and my mom's sister, my aunt. We're in that house, looking at pictures, talking, sharing stories, learning. And it dawned on me for the first time, I was 28, it dawned on me for the first time ever that my mom was a woman before she was my mom, you know? I learned so much about her. As much as I'd love to not have gone through, had that happen, that month, I'm so grateful for that month. Because I got to know my mom in a different way. I got to know her life better than I ever have. That's what these kids could really benefit from right now. And you're a fucking cunt if you can't bring yourself to see that. Because you want to run with this whole fucking fraud narrative. You suck. You just suck so bad. Alright, I'm wrapping this up. So, sorry guys, but thanks for being here. I'll be right